What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Yins and News podcast. It's Week 7, and both the Steelers and Eagles gave us plenty to talk about. The Eagles bounced back with a big win over the Vikings, with Jalen Hurts looking sharp and Devontae Smith having a monster day leading the offense. Meanwhile, the Steelers came up short on a shootout against the Bengals. Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns, but the defense couldn't keep him in the game late in the stretch. We'll break down both these games and hit up on the biggest storylines around the league, and we'll talk about some other Week 7 results that shake up the playoff race. We'll then look ahead to Week 8 and the upcoming schedules for both Pittsburgh and Philly, including some key matchups that could decide the rest of the season. It's all coming up right here on the Yins and News podcast. Let's get cracking.
What was your grade point average in college?
In college? 3.4.
What about in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
3.5.
Ooh. So you did peak in high school.
No, stop it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yins and News. How are you doing today, Nathan?
I'm doing great always because I didn't peak in high school. So get out of here.
Oh, man. What another beautiful week for football.
We're on Week 8 right now, man.
Week 8. Can you believe that we've actually done 9 episodes of this?
We're kind of moving through this, dude.
Yeah, and we didn't give up yet.
We haven't given up.
Not yet. Week 10 right around the corner.
And our fan hasn't given up on us yet either. So
Well, I don't know. We're kind of dropping down.
No. Are we really?
We're like number 1,600 when we were like 1,599.
Out of
1,600.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's no way that there's only 1,600 sports podcasts.
No,
from
podcast
two
equipment
white
is
guys.
insanely cheap, dude. Come on. There's no way. We're no way with a worse podcast.
Well, you got any small talk for the week? How was your week? How was your weekend?
It's pretty all right. I didn't have to watch the Steelers on Sunday, so that was a pretty big win.
Nice. Yep.
How about yourself? Eagles got a win. So.
Eagles come back, man. I need to apologize to all of Philadelphia.
Oh.
I was the problem.
Oh.
I will be the first to tell you I am not good at keeping a schedule for my laundry. Now, that being said,
Did you wash?
my wife and I did a big cleanup around the house, grabbed all the stray clothes and everything. I wasn't paying attention to what clothes were getting put into the laundry.
Don't say it. Don't
worry. Don't worry. There's an undershirt that I wear with every single one of my jerseys on game day. And I didn't wear that undershirt for 2 weeks. And those 2 weeks, we lost. We lost bad.
Oh, no.
Now, that being said, I found that undershirt Sunday morning, right before the game, not washed yet. Still has the musk on it. You better fucking believe I wore that shirt. And we came back, snuck out a victory. It was a good week, man. It was a good week.
My topic of that, I need to pick a new shirt for game day. So I'm very mental about it. I wear the same outfit until we lose, and the Steelers were on a 3-game streak plus a bye, so it was about a month of me wearing the same T-shirt, shorts, jersey, sweatshirt. It was getting a little stinky. So,
So do you wash them
no.
afterwards?
No,
Or-
I just like, what Batman does with his suit after he's done. He hangs it up and waits.
He retires
for,
it?
Yeah, he waits.
crazy.
He waits for the bat signal to come out, and then he puts it back on. So that's what I do. I wait for Steelers Sunday, and I just put it back. And it sits next to my dresser.
What I do is I have that undershirt, and then I have every single colorway that the Eagles wear. So whatever they announce they're wearing for that game, that's the jersey that I put on. And so none of them get washed throughout the season. But as soon as we get kicked out of the playoffs or Super Bowl's over, whatever, immediately into the wash.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, so I wash mine at the end of the season as well. But I don't wear the same jersey as the Steelers. I pick one, and I wear it until I can't.
That's commitment.
And unfortunately, I can no longer wear the Color Rush TJ Watt jersey because
That's a sad day because that's a nice jersey.
It's a really nice jersey. It's probably my favorite jersey that I own. Yeah. I love the Color Rush jersey, but that's just it's a sacrifice I have to take.
Superstition is real, man.
It is real.
As far as sports go, superstition is so real. And I'll tell you what really solidified it for me. Like I've always, that's always been my thing, is to wear whatever jersey color they have. As soon as I was old enough to afford to have multiple jerseys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will never forget, it was 2 or 3 years ago. The Eagles were having an unbelievable streak. We were winning every game. It was probably right around week 6, and we played the Jets. Now that morning, my dog peed on that jersey that I had to wear.
I remember this.
Yeah, because
Vaguely,
I texted you and I told you, I said, we're going to lose to the Jets today.
It was a white jersey too, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was.
Yeah, okay, I do remember this.
And then, sure enough, we lost. We had our first loss in that season, and that season was never the same.
I understand.
So,
yeah, part of me, before the Thursday night game, I was like, I know the history of Thursday night games, so I was like, I know if we lose, I can't wear this jersey anymore, so do I not wear the jersey to not ruin it? But at the same time, if I don't wear the jersey, then they will lose, so I had to wear the jersey. But, false alarm, it's not my fault. It's actually my wife's fault because she didn't put her jersey on before the game.
Oh.
And now it was halftime, and I was like, what are you doing?
So,
And then she wouldn't do it, and then I texted her dad, and he yelled at her. So
is our
it
state
was too late.
can you get a divorce without the consent of your significant other in this state?
I don't know.
Something to look into.
We'll have a
Something to
lawyer
look
on the
into.
next show. We'll figure it out, just in case. But all right, we're getting dipped into the
off track.
woods.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive into this Week 7 recap.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get the music going, and let's recap Week 7. It's a trap! Mike Tomlin finds himself coaching on the road against a divisional opponent on Thursday night. It's the Icy Hot Bowl, where this game looked like an ass-backwards carnival ride. Two 40-year-old quarterbacks combined for almost 600 yards and 7 touchdowns, but this primetime game unfortunately took place after Mike Tomlin's bedtime, as Ja'Marr Chase had 23 targets and the Steelers couldn't adjust, as the Bengals add to Mike Tomlin's Thursday night record, 33-31. The Rams went across the pond and absolutely embarrassed the Jaguars in London. Matthew Stafford travels back in time, tossing 5 touchdowns, 3 of them to Devontae Adams. The Jags look completely lost in the foggy London air, 13 penalties, 7 sacks allowed, and they're still trying to figure out how to drive on the left side of the road. Rams win 35-7. Patrick Mahomes is back to ruining grown men lives on Sunday. The Chiefs grabbed Andy Reid's first ever regular season shutout. Kelsey led his receivers, living the life of a showgirl and deserving another Taylor Swift song all about his penis. Chiefs dominates 31-0. In Cleveland, Tua is not at all beating the can't play in the cold allegations. Tua gets benched after throwing 3 interceptions, while Quinshawn Junkins rushes for 3 touchdowns for the Browns. The Dolphins are playing to get Mike McDaniel fired as the Browns win 31-6. Mike Vrabel returns in Tennessee in a revenge game after they fired him in 2023. Drake May, the human completion machine, hits 91% of his passes, including a Keyshawn booty, rocking everywhere, 39-yard touchdown. Vrabel and the Patriots move to 5-2 and win 31-13. If you ever wanted to see a game slower than DMV line, this was the game for you. Rico Dow gets held back in return of Chuba Hubbard, but it doesn't matter when the Jets have Justin can't play on the field as quarterback. He gets benched for Tyrod, who still can't help the Jets win, and the Panthers start a 3-game win streak, winning 13-6. In Chicago, the Bears defense forced turnovers like Oprah gave away cars. Spencer Rattler said, "You get a pick, and you get a pick, and you get a pick," throwing 3 interceptions. Caleb Williams didn't save the Bears at all, as the Saints offense looked flatter than last week's Miller Lite that's still sitting next to my recliner, and the Chicago walks away with a 26-14 win. In Minnesota, Carson Wentz faces off against his old team, but Jalen Hurts reminded everyone that the Eagles can still fly while Minnesota keeps fumbling like they're learning football for the first time. Carson Wentz looked like prime Eagles Wentz, occasionally competent, mostly heartbreaking. The Eagles bounce back, the Vikings still searching for their magic, and Philly wins 28-22. In a showdown, the top teams in the AFC, the Indianapolis Colts strutted into SoFi Stadium to face off against the Chargers. Jonathan Taylor ran wild, scoring 3 touchdowns and racking up 132 yards, while Daniel Jones threw 288 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Chargers' defense was about as effective as a screen door on a submarine, allowing the Colts to score 6 of their first 7 drives, and the Colts improved to 6-1, winning 38-24. In the most dramatic comebacks in NFL history, the Denver Broncos overcame a 19-0 deficit entering the fourth quarter. Bo Nix was out here playing like he had cheat codes, leading the Broncos to a historic 33 points in the fourth quarter, Will Lutz again drills a 39-yard game-winning field goal as time expires, and the Broncos win in the thriller 33-32. In Arizona, Jordan Love quietly reminded everyone that he still exists and Josh Jacobs can still run angry. The Cardinals were led by Jacoby Brissett, while Kyler stays home playing Battlefield 6. But can you blame him? That game is really fun. The Packers pulled off a ballsy late fourth quarter comeback and win 27-23. The Cowboys turned FedEx Field into Dak's delivery service, slinging passes like Prime packages, leaving the Commanders stuck in the shipment limbo. CeeDee Lamb was basically Amazon Prime with the fast delivery, and George Pickens was labeled warning, dangerous material inside. Jaden Daniels goes down, and the Cowboys walk away with it 44-22. The Falcons end their Sunday night fresh off a win against the Bills, ready to take over the NFC South, but left looking like they have been hit with a power outage. Christian McCaffrey was running routes like he had GPS coordinates to the end zone, while the Falcons' defense looked like it forgot its own playbook at home. Bijan Robinson had a few sparks, but got stuck running uphill in molasses as Mac Jones leads the San Francisco 49ers to a 20-10 win. Monday night in Detroit felt less like a football game and more like a public service announcement, and the Lions are for real. Jahmyr Gibbs went nuclear, 218 yards of scrimmage, 2 touchdowns, including a 78-yard run to the house. Baker Mayfield spent the night doing cardio running away from Aiden Hutchinson, and the Lions win 24-9. Finally, for anyone who stayed up till 10 p.m. to watch this game, I'm sorry, because the Seahawks hosted the Texans in a game that someone unfortunately had to win. Sam Darnold looked like he was playing catch with both teams, tossing a touchdown, a pick, and impressing everyone by showing new ways to turn over a football. Seahawks survive 27-19, and that is how you recap Week 7 in the NFL.
Nice. It was an interesting week.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Very. So, where do you want to start? Where do we want to...
I mean, we can talk about how the AFC standings are still just everywhere but controlled. So we've been jumping around. Last week we talked about how the AFC picture was looking like it was stuck in 2006. Now it's stuck in 2014, like it's the Colts led by Andrew Luck, the Broncos led by Peyton Manning, Patriots led by Tom Brady, and the Steelers by Ben Roethlisberger, because those are your top 4 teams in the AFC. It is
That's
still
disgusting.
changing and still just makes me feel nostalgic.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are you're winning the North so far. We'll just
Still
have
ahead.
to see.
Still ahead in the North. A lot of stuff going on there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how legit Joe Flacco is or if the Steelers defense is just super flat and really just can't play on Thursday. But still got a lead in the North. Bengals right behind. Browns won this week, which doesn't help. But the Ravens are on a bye, so they're still 1-5, and they are last in the AFC
That's
North.
crazy. That's
It
crazy.
is
Everybody
crazy.
in Baltimore is crying right now. They're not supposed to be bad.
It's bad. But on their bye week, so I haven't checked today, but today's Tuesday, October 21st, and Lamar Jackson has still not practiced.
Really?
So, yeah, now because they Jim Harbaugh told everybody before the bye week that they expected Lamar to come back after the bye.
Yep.
And they are now in the bye, and he still has not even participated. He's been held out from practice with a hamstring injury. So I don't. Everyone's kind of nervous if this is going to be much longer than anticipated. I don't know if it's going to be classified as season ending, but not good in Baltimore. And I would say good for everyone else in the AFC North, but we'll probably still find a way to lose after watching the Thursday night game against Joe Flacco.
Well, yeah, as soon as the Bengals decide to trade away Joe Flacco so he can go back to the Ravens, he can make the full circle.
They just keep trading him to opponents for the Steelers to mess up the Steelers.
Yeah.
Makes me freaking sick, dude.
Oh, man.
Well, let's just dive into that because I got
let's go.
I got bones to pick with everybody. So the Steelers played on Thursday night, 33-31 loss to the Joe Flacco Bengals for Joe Flacco, who has been there for 10 days prior to this game.
Yep.
If you're watching this, you're a Steelers fan, you understand the history of Mike Tomlin, but you look at it and you're like, well, there's no way that they can lose because you have an O-line that has smothered Joe Burrow into an injury and kind of cost Jake Browning his job by making him look terrible in his quick decision time making. Mm-hmm. So you expect something really good, and you have Alex Highsmith back, TJ Watt back, and Nick Herbig. I don't know why I said TJ Watt back. He's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're there. And Jalen Ramsey comes back. Like, all these players are back. And Trey Hendrickson for the Bengals was out. So you're like, this is a field day.
Right.
We go up 10-0, and then that was it. That was pretty much it. Pretty interesting stats coming out of this game. I got them right here. So this honestly, like, if I wasn't a fan of the Steelers and just a fan of football, this honestly was a pretty good Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Aaron Rodgers 41, Joe Flacco 40, and both of those two quarterbacks combined for 54 completions, 591 passing yards, and 7 touchdowns. It was a pretty high-scoring game.
Shit.
So, both of those guys still got it. It came down to a Hail Mary attempt for Aaron Rodgers, which, if you know classic Aaron Rodgers, you got to feel pretty good about giving him a Hail Mary opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And the opportunity was there. He got it to the end zone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as good as you can feel about a Hail Mary attempt, you know?
And Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old, with that throw, was the longest pass attempt ever recorded since the Next Gen Stats era in 2017 with 69.8 yards.
Wow.
Longest pass attempt, yes.
That's
in the NFL.
insane.
Since 2017, which was when they started keeping stats like that. So
That's why I don't understand how people do that.
he's 41 years old. He's 41 years old.
I can barely throw it 20 yards.
But
That's impressive.
Going back to the game, I mean, it's crazy that we live in a society right now where the Steelers in 2025 have Aaron Rodgers at their quarterback, no wide receiver two, and the defense is the issue of how we lost that football game.
Well, okay. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The defense just is not adapting. They never adapt. It's the same scheme every single time.
Jamar Chase had 23 targets for 16 completions and went for 161 yards and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. How do you allow him to get targeted 23 times? Like, they're running man coverage like the whole game. And I mean, Jalen Ramsey's getting burnt like crazy. Mm-hmm. Joey Porter is getting like pass interference calls on him, and like it was just bad. And then like they again couldn't cover the middle of the field, especially when it mattered late. You had a lead, and you let Joe Burrow walk down the field with 2 minutes left. They easily. I did say Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco. Sorry, Joe Bengals quarterback on my mind.
I do not understand what decision making is going on for them to never have a slant route covered. It is always tight ends can just fucking eat
after slant after slant. Even T. Higgins had 100 yards in receptions because I mean, like, they just couldn't get him and they couldn't stop him. And it started out the first quarter honestly pretty well. I mean, we were blitzing pretty well, and again, it was 10-0 at one point. And like, you get to that point, and you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And it didn't just what, and then we just
not.
changed. Yeah, then it wasn't. T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Nick Herbig all combined for 2 tackles and half a sack. That half a sack was TJ's, which I didn't even think he did, so he did get credited for one. I must have missed it out of frustration.
Builds up the stats.
I have no idea. But yes, Mike Tomlin now moves to 0-7 in Thursday night road divisional football games.
That's
in his
crazy.
career. And I don't get it. Another fun stat about the offense for the Steelers, and they've showed it on the TV, and I was like, it was just honestly perfect because when they showed the graphic, they also showed Mike Tomlin, who just looked like a grumpy, confused old man of like why he was there. The Steelers are now on a 56 straight game streak with 7 or less points in the fourth quarter, and it is the longest streak in NFL history.
Wow. Yeah.
56 games, 7 or less points in the first quarter. That's all under Mike Tomlin.
Well, the problem is you guys really are like a defensive team. And
like historically, yes.
Yeah, always have been. The steel curtain. It was the steel curtain, right? That's what it was called. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. I feel like the scheme has always been, our offense will go out there and at least hold their defense back, maybe gas them out a little bit, and the defense is going to win this game.
Yeah.
But when you have a defense that can't be a defense,
you gotta get lucky that Terrell Austin's coming with the right play because it's not going to adjust. And like they look good the last 3 games coming into this, and again you're like, this is a terrible offensive line for the Bengals, and you're going against a defensive line without Trey Hendrickson, so you're like, oh, this should be easy. Now, the offense, honestly, as a whole, looked really good.
They did.
And, Aaron Rodgers had 2 picks. One was just really bad. just like overthrew, or maybe he underthrew DK. I can't remember, but he just missed DK
Right.
for a pick. And then the second one was crazy. DK's double coverage, and Aaron Rodgers, throws the perfect ball in between these two defenders. It hits DK in the hands, and he's coming down with it, and it gets stripped out of his hands. And this is where I'm going to complain about the officiating. Because, all right, so number one, fuck you. The Steelers line up for a tush push, and now they decide to call false starts on it. I don't know what, same exact thing. Darnell Washington under center, Aaron Rodgers, hands on the hip, standing right behind. Oh, no, false start on the Steelers. They had to end up going back.
Hey,
now?
Don't say fuck me.
But why don't they call for the Eagles? Why don't they call for the Eagles?
Maybe people need to stop complaining about it, then nobody would look.
I guess. But they called it against the Steelers. Like, you got to be shitting me. Now we're calling it. Second thing, the DK interception. So it was towards the sideline. It was going out of bounds, ripped it out of DK's hands. But when you watch it, like, DK's kind of out of bounds, and the ball gets ripped from his hand, but the defender is inbound, so they called that interception. Mm-hmm. I don't get that because a few weeks ago when we're in Ireland, Jalen Ramsey forced a fumble, scooped it, ran it to the end zone for a touchdown. At the time, they called the touchdown back because they said the offensive player was out of bounds touching the football. So, therefore, it was a dead ball.
Okay.
But, like, now in this Thursday night situation, it's not. And like, we play on. It's just, like, it's so – and I know it's, like, not just this, but, like, I feel like all season it's just been ass backwards, just not –
Well, I feel like
there's no consistency between games and other games. And, like, even – I'm gonna get off track just a little bit, but there was a time in the Vikings-Eagles game where T.J. Hawkinson, I could have sworn had a catch in the end zone.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
But we'll get there when we get there. But I'm just like using that as an example of how inconsistent all these calls are. But
they are. They absolutely are. Half the time it feels like it's not that they're making up the rules as they go, but it does feel very pick and choose.
Oh, sorry, I just swallowed an ice cube. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Continue.
Well, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh my goodness.
But no, as I was saying, it just feels like the refs are picking and choosing exactly what they want to call and when they want to call it. As I always say, I don't want to say that anything is fixed. I don't really think that there is a script necessarily, but for them to be an entertainment league, I do think that there is some Vegas talk in everybody's ear.
And it was, like, again, just like we had this like a very similar. I don't know if it's different between fumbles and interceptions because if that was the thing, because it was a fumble in Minnesota or in Ireland,
right?
Against Minnesota, and an interception here. But again, in both situations, the offensive player was out of bounds with the ball,
right?
Still, quote unquote, in their possession, or they were at least had their hands on the ball,
right,
while it was going out of bounds. So, again, I don't know, and then like. I'm not going to complain about the officiating while we lost. The defense just fucking sucked.
Right.
But Joey Porter had an insane amount of defensive pass interference calls. But also, like, Jamar Chase was pushing like crazy, and they didn't call him for offensive pass interference. Whatever. But, again, that didn't matter because he torched Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter all night. So that clearly wasn't going to stop him. But, yeah, there's like one touchdown where Jamar Chase just shoves off of Jalen Ramsey like crazy and catches a touchdown pass, and they throw the flag, and you're like, oh, cool. Offensive pass interference. No.
Wrong.
Defensive pass interference. I don't know, but
no,
the defense,
they were pretty active on those flags for what seemed like no reason.
But again, and like I think Joey Porter could be an awesome corner, but he's now in his third year and has yet to figure out. Like the defensive pass interference calls are insane against him because they happen so consistently. I'll give the refs that they consistently flag Joey Porter.
Oh yeah,
because he can't keep his hands to himself.
Well, that's just it. I feel like the Steelers are targeted for flags pretty often. It seems maybe it's just that there is a little bit of a bias, and those are the games that I tend to watch more. But man, I don't know.
It's always something.
The black and white is always after the black and gold.
makes me sick. We're quoting that. We're putting that on social media later this week. That makes me sick. But yeah, let me continue to talk about the offense. Like I said, I think overall they look pretty good. I give them like probably a B grade if I had to.
Yeah.
The Aaron Rodgers 2 picks, but
there's still stuff that needs
He threw for 4 touchdowns, which he is currently the only quarterback in the league to throw for 4 touchdowns in a game. And there's another really crazy thing I saw that I had to write down. Oh yes, the Steelers are the first team in the Super Bowl era to have 3 tight ends each have 3 receptions and a touchdown in a single game.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy.
Jonnu Smith scored. Pat Freiermuth had 2.
I saw
and Darnell Washington got on the board with 1 as well. They each had 3 receptions. So yeah, again, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns. Looked really good. Pat Freiermuth also had like another crazy stat thing I had to see. Yes. So Pat Freiermuth did something against the Bengals that no tight end in the Steelers have done before. It includes Heath Miller, Eric Green, Benny Cunningham. He is the first Steeler tight end since L.B. Nickel in 1953 to have 2 touchdowns and 100-plus receiving yards in the same game.
Really?
Pat Freiermuth, I guess, heard probably all the trade rumors and decided, hey, I'm going to shut you up. But I'm going to this isn't on him, but they scored his second touchdown to go up with like 2:40 left in the game. And I was really mad because that an insane amount of time for a defense that was getting shredded by Joe Flacco. And I've seen a lot of people online very one side or the other on this. And they were like, well, no, he couldn't have gone down. They needed a touchdown to win. So, like, they had to score there. And my perspective of it is that this defense was moving the ball consistently very well the entire game.
Yeah.
I totally could have trusted Aaron Rodgers to have Pat Freiermuth take a knee there, run the clock out, and still score. Like, I know like you did need a touchdown to win, but at that point in the game, I had way more.
2:40 yet or
there
left?
was 2:40 left in the game.
Yeah.
And the Steelers were down by, I believe it was 4. They were down 4. So, yeah, and again, like everyone's like, well, you need to score to get up, and then you got to trust the defense. But I'm not, after watching the entire 3.5 quarters of football, I'm not going to trust the defense with one more drive to stop this offense. And then they didn't. Like, they easily moved down the field, and Evan McPherson chipped like a 20-yard field goal. I don't even think it was probably less than that because I mean they just moved the ball down so well. They so quickly. So yeah, in a situation like that where you've just been watching the entire game, I'd rather trust the offense, take a knee, and then run the clock off to score to win rather than to score there and then have the defense stop with 2 minutes left. Didn't happen.
This is a defense
game.
that you can't put any trust in. You
you
haven't been able to put any trust in them.
And like they look good the past 3 weeks, but I mean, like just how the game has gone and the no adjustments that were made.
Well, exactly. Like we've said before, you can be a number 1 defense 3 weeks from now, but if you don't change anything that you're doing, you're going to drop down to 32.
Yeah, like I mean, I just got to get lucky that the plan that Tomlin and Terrell Austin have as for the defense works. Because if it doesn't, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like that the entire night. And damn it was. And like the 2 minutes left, where like they need a field goal to win, the middle of the field is so fucking open.
Yeah.
I think there was probably like 4 passes that they took to get all the way down there, and like just Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, play zone, play zone.
No, they just knock out 20 yards every single time.
Yeah, like it's just man to man. Jalen Ramsey's getting burnt every single time. Joey Porter is getting defensive pass interference called against him just about every single time. Like I don't know why we continued to do man to man the entire time.
It's terrible.
It just very obviously didn't work. And then like Jamar Chase had 23 targets for 16 catches, 161 yards, and for some reason Terrell Austin still has his job today, October 21st.
Who do you guys play next week? Or this week?
We play the Packers. Sunday Night Football.
I guarantee, and I'm not saying that you guys are going to lose that game, but I guarantee you're going to get eat up in the middle. Nothing's going to change.
No, because here's what's going to happen. We lost the games that we should win. Yeah, everyone's like, well, we should lose. We're going to find a way to win.
I honestly, with Rodgers in the helm, I think that you guys are going to win. I think that this is a Rodgers revenge.
Rodgers was keeping us in the game, but defense
he can only do so much.
To win.
He
And,
only
like,
controls 50% of
yeah,
that game. So
yes, and unfortunately, like the 2 picks that he had were just so crucial in how it swung the game because again, the defense just couldn't get a stop.
right.
And like and unfortunately, those 2 picks, like you don't have those 2 picks, the Steelers probably win that game. But I mean, the defense just couldn't stop it, and I don't know. Like this offense, I think looks good. There are at least good things to take away from this game. The offensive line is still looking good. Rodgers had an unfathomable amount of time for a 41-year-old to scramble around and make plays. Like, I mean, it really looked so good. And then, a couple of mistakes. I think Broderick Jones had a holding penalty, which I kind of looked at it. I didn't really think it was holding, but that's whatever. But it got a touchdown brought back. And then, again, I'm going to complain about the officiating. The officials called it holding on Zach Frazier, which is impossible because he's perfect. So I didn't know what that was about. But supposedly he held, and then someone edited the clip to make it look like he was holding, so on the replay. It was just really confusing. But again, like he didn't get sacked, and I mean, just had there was like there's a touchdown that he had. He had like 6 seconds to throw. Yeah, I think it was the Darnell touchdown, I believe, but had just an insane amount of time because they just weren't getting through. So like the offensive line looked good. Like, Aaron Rodgers overall looks good. I mean, only quarterback to throw 4 touchdowns yet so far, and You score 31 points, you should win the game.
Absolutely.
My logic. But that's whatever. And then, the positives of this, we are in a short bye for Sunday night, some more time. And, like, this is a beatable Packers team.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, they lost to the Browns.
We
should have lost to the Cardinals last week. Yeah.
They're falling apart.
They're just, like, not... Because, like, the Week 1 win against the Lions was impressive. It was a
super impressive,
good win, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a pretty good
but
football
also,
team.
It was a Lions that just lost Ben Johnson.
And the Lions now look really good.
The Lions look fantastic. I'm not saying that Ben Johnson was the key, but, he definitely led your team last year. So to play your first game without him, try and figure out your scheme, your game plan, you're going to be a little bit slow. And I think that was totally to the Packers' upside.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers just came ready to play. And, like Week 1, they looked really impressive. And then they end up losing to the Browns. And, honestly, probably should have lost to a Jacoby Brissett Cardinals.
Yeah.
Really. They just were able to convert on 4th down really late in the 4th quarter and end up winning the game. But it's a very beatable team. And we have the advantage. We're at home Sunday night. We're coming off of a short bye week with the Thursday night game. So there's plenty of time to get ready. No, we didn't have any injuries, so hopefully Calvin Austin will come back. And we talked about this last week with the receiver stepping up position. We talked about last week Roman Wilson had 1 catch.
Yep.
He had 2 catches.
Let's go!
So he
round of applause.
He's
awesome.
working his way up. He had 2 catches. So I don't know. We just gotta see. But it's a winnable game, and a lot of stuff is in our favor. And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna highlight one more thing, and then I'm gonna complain a little bit about this Sunday night game. So one more praise for Aaron Rodgers and this offense. Aaron Rodgers through 6 games has 14 touchdowns.
Okay.
Want to hear something hilarious and insane?
Let's hear it.
In the 2 years that Kenny Pickett was the quarterback, Kenny Pickett had 13 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers has now surpassed that in 6 games.
Yeah.
Kenny had 6 in 12 games in 2023 and 7 in 2022 with 13 games. In 25 games, Kenny Pickett had 13 touchdowns, and Aaron Rodgers has 6, or through 6 has 14.
Yeah, I always make the joke about Kenny Pickett and winning the Super Bowl and everything. On a completely real note, that dude sucks at football.
So right when I was down in the dumps over the weekend, Kenny Pickett just manages to lift my spirits. So we'll come back to this game, but I do just have to shout him out for putting a smile on my face.
Of course.
The Raiders are just getting their ass kicked by the Chiefs. It's 31-0. Pete Carroll says, "We have nothing to lose." Kenny, you're going in there. Very first snap, Kenny fumbles it and loses the football and turns it over. And I was just like,
oh,
yes,
poor guy.
Dude. Yes. No, dude.
Oh, poor guy.
It's those tiny hands. You can't. And like
He
we
can't hold the
rewatch
ball.
it. It was he's under center. Just
Just not paying attention.
Tiny little hands can hold onto the football. And yet it fumbled, turned it over on the one snap he had, and I was like,
That's
you know what?
crazy.
I feel a little better now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's okay.
Classic Kenny Pickett.
Don't miss Kenny Pickett. I don't know how he's still in the league. Probably won't be for much longer. Okay, and then last kind of point, getting ready for this week. So the Steelers this week are debuting their throwback uniforms.
Yep.
And I am on the side where I don't really want to see those this week, in the sense that the standard Steelers uniforms and the standard Packer uniforms are already so classic and good that I think we need to because I think there's rumors that the Packers are also going to wear their throwback uniforms as well.
What even is the Packers throwback?
It's the one where it's like the navy blue.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
gold helmet.
yeah.
Yeah. So, rumor they're going to wear that one. It's not official yet, but the Steelers are wearing their 1933 throwback uniforms.
I love throwback jersey games. Don't get me wrong. If they both wear that, that's going to be a really ugly game.
Especially because both of their throwbacks are like the 1930s throwbacks.
Yeah, like they're old.
Because Kelly Green looks really good. The creamsicle Buccaneers jersey looks really good. But those are kind of like the 70s in that era. Yeah, the 30 because this is also my thing with the throwback uniforms. So yeah, they're paying homage to what they were founded with in the 30s. Swag just did not exist in the 1930s.
Yeah.
So obviously those throwback uniforms are going to look like piss.
No, it's true. I don't want to say that I would hate, because it would be cool and just as a fan, I would love to see the Eagles have their blue and yellow jerseys, but I'll also be the first to tell you that those are ugly.
Yeah,
they are.
And honestly, jerseys. For what the original 1933 uniforms looked like, this is the best the Steelers could have done in redesigning.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it, and I love the yellow helmets. Love
they do have the yellow helmets with
They
this?
do have the yellow
That's
helmets,
nice.
yes. So they have I love the yellow helmets with that uniform. The jersey itself, yes, it looks like a soccer kick, but honestly, it looks good.
It's really not. As far as throwback jerseys go, it's not the worst out there.
Swag did not exist in the 30s. The same thing, if you remember the Giants throwbacks they did last year with the weird, gross, bright red.
See, I kind of like those.
Well, yeah, no, I did. I kind of do too. Not everyone else really did it, but again, those were way back in the early 1900s, and it was impossible to look cool while playing football.
It's true. It's true. I love watching those old games, and not even old games, but 70s when they were on the really nasty AstroTurf, and the pads are as big as their head.
Pads.
It's crazy.
The Eagles are actually wearing their Kelly Greens this week. I did see.
Oh, are we really?
They posted it this morning. Posted it.
Hell yeah! I wasn't sure when our Kelly Green games were. Well, there's a downside to that, and I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna move on to a little bit of Eagles stuff here.
I got nothing. Yeah, I'm done complaining about the Steelers for right now.
Okay,
we'll dive into Week 8 stuff later.
So,
continue.
Downside to wearing the Kelly Green is my Kelly Green jersey that I have is AJ Brown, and
he's been pretty alright.
I don't know if I like AJ Brown anymore. I got to be honest.
Even after this week?
No, it's not even about his play style. From everything I'm seeing, and I didn't want to buy into this hype last year. I didn't want to buy into it this year. I think he might just be a locker room cancer. I think he's just a little bit toxic to the team.
Oh, you think so?
I really do. And I've complained about it already, but he is voicing his opinion a lot, which isn't a bad thing. He's a person, whatever. People get frustrated at their job. Sure. To air it out on social media when you could very easily sit down and have a discussion, which apparently they did, but he has no recollection of it.
I did see that.
It's petty. It causes there to be a narrative, even if that's not what the narrative is. As soon as you put something that could be interpreted that way, when you're in a position as he is, people are immediately going to run with that. And it causes drama for the team, whether he realizes it or not. There's a disconnect, like I've said before. And I think that he is the main core of it. So I don't know. it's just a stereotypical wide receiver in the Pittsburgh area, or not Pittsburgh area, the Pennsylvania area.
Whoa.
Antonio Brown.
That was
Same last name.
Yeah,
but like that crash out was crazy. And I'm not saying that AJ is even close to Antonio Brown. But
that was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers Antonio Brown. So.
Yeah.
Not a Pittsburgh Steelers Antonio Brown.
There's something that I don't like in the air in Philadelphia. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But for right now, I'm a little weary on AJ.
Okay, well, I don't know what's in the air, but maybe we can look and see what's in the water, because he and Devontae Smith had a pretty good game against the Vikings.
They had a great game.
A.J. Brown on 4 catches, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 183 and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, the first quarterback this season to have a perfect passer rating.
Yep. Okay, so with that, I also want to take back my statement that I took back last week. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 QB.
We're back
He's
to the top
5.
5.
You can't change my mind.
We're back in the top 5. We're back.
After that 60-yard bomb that I saw to Smith, oh my God. Yeah, he's back.
I don't even think he had any rushing yards that game. If I'm,
I don't think he did.
-10 because he got sacked.
Wow.
I mean, this is a pocket passing Jalen Hurts.
He looked good. Now, with this, I know that I complained about Kevin Petullo last week, and I'm still going to complain about him because I don't like his play calling.
I understand, dude. Trust
now,
me, right there.
The thing is, this wasn't different play calling than what we've been doing. We got Saquon involved a little bit more. We did follow a run game, but Jalen Hurts, he had 326 yards. It's not like he wasn't throwing it. And he was slinging it too. There were
19 for 23.
Long bombs.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like the simple tight end stuff that we've been seeing. So it was different, and he did get the wide receivers involved. Maybe that fixed things. I don't know, but I need to see another week. I need to have another week. I need to see a good blowout or something to really trust Kevin Petullo's play calling again. But as of right now, I'm not there.
Because even then, like, you look at that good performance, but if Carson Wentz doesn't throw that pick 6, the Vikings win this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like both of those, because one of them was the pick 6. The second one was like deep in the Vikings territory, which put the Eagles in a really good position to score. Mm-hmm. So Carson Wentz is still an Eagle at heart, helping them win. I got to shout out to him. But because I was watching for a while, and I'm like, this potentially can like be like a really close game, and then. Like, what was it like? It was like 4th and 3 in the fourth quarter, and they threw a 10-yard bomb to A.J. Brown to get the first down.
Yeah.
I was like, that's ballsy as hell.
Ballsy. And that's what Philadelphia's about. Philly and Detroit have this one thing that I think most teams don't have, and it's a fucking set of iron balls where they'll go for it on 4th. They will have some crazy play calls, which I think does throw teams off. Because you're used to getting them on 4th down, no matter where they're at. Okay, they're going to kick it. Whether it's a field goal or it's a punt, they're going to kick it. That's not how this game's played anymore.
It's not. So, that's a pretty good Eagles offensive performance against a Brian Flores defense, who's historically a pretty good defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah, No, they look great. AJ, like you said, he got 4 passes or 4 completions, so it's not a lot. It's not a lot of involvement.
120 yards.
Yeah,
4 catches. That's pretty impressive.
And I mean, same with Smith. How many did he even have? I don't know how many times he was targeted. Because he was targeted a lot, but I'm cutting that out of the video.
Thank God. I don't know what it means, dude.
But again, Barkley had 18 carries, so he is getting more involved. Not a lot of yards,
40 yards?
44 yards.
What's going on?
So
with
I don't know.
Saquon,
I think just like I've said the past couple weeks, is teams are targeting him,
stuffing him up, dude. I mean,
I don't know what else you do though, because last year you didn't pay attention to him and he ran all over you,
averaging 2.4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the guy that almost set the record last year. I mean,
not looking
again,
great.
we talked about it last episode. I was like, I expected a regression, but this is bad.
Crazy. This is crazy. Because he was putting up like almost 100 rushing yards every game last year.
And has he had one yet this season?
I don't think.
Yeah,
He's been right
so.
around the 40s every game.
I mean, he's sitting right there, but
So I'm really happy.
it's not even like
that
he's
he
like
went
playing
round.
injured or something. He's just not playing good.
He's just not playing. Yeah.
He's just not playing good.
So I don't know.
All right, well, how much does this Brandon Graham news make the Eagles better, though? Let me ask you that.
Let's talk about that.
Coming out of retirement.
I've mentioned him before, Jared. He's a really big Eagles fan. We were talking about it the other day, and we're both kind of in the same camp of cool that he's back. He should have just retired on the high note, I think. Won his second Super Bowl last year. You're already pretty up there in age. He's been in the league for what? Is it? I want to say it's been 18 years, but that also seems like too much.
Does seem like a lot, but
Let's
nothing that we can't just. I'm gonna find it first.
Probably.
Oh fuck, Granham, not Graham. No. I can't find it. Went to Michigan in 2006. His parents are named Derek.
15
and
years.
His 40-yard dash time is a 4.72. There we go.
Pretty good.
But quick for a big guy.
Anyway, yeah. So he's been in the league for 15 years. I'm not sure if that's including this year or not. Probably not. But it's just, you were great. You're awesome. Leave on that high note. You did what you needed to do for Philadelphia. If he were to come back as a coordinator or a coach of some kind, sure, that's fine.
What if he wants to come back to back?
I mean, hey, if we win another Super Bowl this year, that's awesome. I personally would not take that risk. So I don't know.
He's got to believe it if he's doing it.
Absolutely. And that being said, maybe the Eagles were just a little desperate, and we really needed to reach out to somebody good. So I don't know.
Pieces, so you gotta go back to old reliable.
Yeah, I don't know like how much he got signed for or what his contract deal looks like. I'm assuming it's just a year.
I think it is official. I think he did just sign this morning.
Was it today?
Because over the weekend, that's when the rumors came out that he was coming out of retirement. But then I'm pretty sure. I think he signed today. Well, good thing I just deleted the Brandon Graham search so I can go back to it, find out.
Contract.
Returning to the Eagles.
Okay, this will be a 16th.
reacts.
That is correct. Okay.
Eagles announce Brandon Graham's return.
I'm
coming back, said Graham. That's it.
Yeah,
no details.
I'm not seeing anything. So, but I mean, I'm assuming that he probably got signed for a pretty penny to come back.
I'm sure it's just like a small 1 year thing. I'm sure.
Yeah, but still, I mean, we'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna change it too much. I don't know. He's kind of old. I mean, he was great last year, but
he's kind of old. But you know what? Aaron Rodgers is also kind of old, and he's fucking awesome, dude. Could you imagine we'd be at this point in the season talking about how awesome Aaron Rodgers is for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, and that's cool. I'm happy that the players have this opportunity, and he's like I said, an amazing defensive end. I was upset to see him go last year, but we'll just have to see. I hope that we can put up an amazing season for him because he is a player that deserves to go out on a high note. Like,
I agree.
I wish that Kelsey played one more year so that he got to have that second Super Bowl. Yeah. But I don't want him to come back now. So sometimes you just have
I
to.
don't know if he wants to come back now.
No, probably not. Yeah. But
he talks about it all the time. He's like, I really don't miss how my body felt after.
I was gonna say he posts a bunch of videos at like the training camps. He's like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh yeah, training camps too. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
But with this Eagles game, I do really want to talk about that T.J. Hawkinson catch.
Let's bring it up because
I've got it pulled up right here.
All right.
I wanna. Why don't we watch it together real fast? Let's
watch it because I was sitting in a bar watching it and we were all back and forth about. Now I at the time said it was a no catch because I really wanted Justin Jefferson to score it instead,
right?
In the hopes that they would call it back. But watching it back, and then there's also a lot of people that posted a Travis Kelce catch that looked way worse that they did call a catch.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this up here.
Oh, we got the TikTok angle. Let me zoom in on it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, does the ball move? Kinda, but then he loses it, but then he brings it back into possession right there.
That's not a catch. That is not a catch by any stretch of the imagination.
Watch this. Watch this angle. Watch this angle.
Touches the ground right there. He doesn't have full control.
I don't know. It's right there. And then he lets go of it, but then he picks it back up again. Oh,
he does not have full control of it. Right here. Touches the ground.
But again, I guess I'm more so complaining about there's a Travis Kelce catch that's way worse.
No, I haven't seen the Travis Kelce
call a catch. I saw a picture angle of it. I don't even know what the heck to search. Travis Kelce really bad catch angle.
Well, why are you looking that up? I understand that, like, I'll be the first to complain about the rules of the NFL. We literally started the episode out with it. That being said, that was a good call for them to not give them that touchdown, in my personal opinion. I don't think that was a catch. He didn't have possession. There was no football move. That ball hit the ground. And then it also proceeded to come out of his hands from hitting the ground.
Back into his hands.
Yeah, so there was no possession. I don't understand why he's complaining about it. I think it's as clear as day.
Okay. Yeah, this was, well, again, the complaint is that this was a catch. Let me go back to it. Shout out to Reddit, because you can just find everything on Reddit. Hold on, we'll go back. This was earlier in the season. They called this a catch.
Oh, that was not a catch.
That's what, well, the NFL disagrees with you, Ben.
Well, it's the Chiefs. Of course they disagree with me.
The NFL disagrees. Stop sharing.
What was the one catch that got turned back? Steelers a couple years ago.
Jesse fucking James.
Thank you.
Caught that football.
Because that was a catch by every. He had his hand under the ball, and I've seen a lot of comparisons to this.
Hand's right under the ball. I mean, it's right under the ball. Does the ball move? Yes. Does the ball hit the ground? No.
No. But
no.
On the C.J. Hawkinson catch, it totally.
When I say it moves, ready? Watch this. Did you see that? It moved that much. Oh, no, I'll do it again. Ready? This is how much this ball moved.
Whoa.
But fucking Tom Brady, and that game was for the number one seed in the AFC. We ended up losing to Tom Brady and the Patriots. They got the number one seed. We ended up losing. We win that game. We get the number one seed. We win the Super Bowl with prime Antonio Brown, prime Le'Veon Bell, not prime Ben Roethlisberger, but not bad Ben Roethlisberger.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
But whatever. There's not a lot of moments in my life where I remember where I was in moments like that. I remember sitting on my couch at my parents' house watching that catch, and I've never heard my dad yell about a football game more in my life. Because we were watching the replay, and we're like, oh, okay, that's a catch.
Sundays used to be so scary. I don't know if it was the same at your house, but like, specifically when I was a teenager and I would wake up super late and I would just hear my dad screaming downstairs in the living room. Got used to it. Made sense later, but...
Well, I mean, yeah. Do you blame him?
No, not at all. No. Not at all.
Not at all.
So, but to end off the Eagles game, I think it was a good game. I think the team had a good rhythm. Jalen looked great. And let the record show that I never believed that he wasn't a top 5 quarterback. I was just really angry.
You were just in the moment.
Yes.
I understand, yeah.
I said some choice words that I did not mean.
I said some choice words. You know, I say some choice words too, but if it regards Tomlin, I probably mean it. So. But I understand. Regardless, I understand.
Yep. And then, going to the Giants again next week. I'm going to start moving into some Week 8 stuff here, if you don't mind.
There's a few things I want to bring up just briefly for Week 7.
Go
we can
for
dive
it.
into
Go
Week 8
for
if
it.
we can. So I want to talk about just this Chiefs and Raiders game again. We just got to prepare ourselves that the Chiefs are going to get their back to the AFC Championship.
100%. They're winning.
It's unfortunately inevitable. Rashee Rice came back with 2 touchdowns. He, the week leading up to this, posted a comeback video of him working out this offseason. And it might just be me. I don't know. But comeback videos and comeback stories don't hit the same when you're coming back from almost killing people with your car.
Yeah, I saw
That's,
that.
you know, like ACL injury, you know, sure,
Yeah,
but
they were also wearing the shirts that said like "Free Rice" or something like that.
free him from almost killing people.
What?
Like,
His
what?
car?
What do you, yeah, like what do you mean? Free him from his license suspension because he can't drive anymore?
No,
I thought that was weird, but regardless, yeah, he came back, scored 2 touchdowns. I mean, this was just an insane thing. The Chiefs had 334 yards of offense. They ran 77 plays and had 30 first downs. Mm-hmm. And that number 30 is important because the Raiders ran 30 plays the entire game. 95 yards, 3 first downs the whole game. Surprisingly, I was shocked to hear this. This is Andy Reid's first ever shutout in his career.
really,
Yes,
that's crazy.
it is crazy.
Good for him, though. Good
Yes.
for him.
Gino doesn't look good. They just don't get Ashton Genty involved. Brock Bowers is out. And, yeah, Kenny Pickett still sucks at football. So, couple wins to get into there. But, yeah, we got to prepare ourselves that the Chiefs are going to go back to the AFC Championship. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be like the sixth seed or the number between 6 and 8 seed. I didn't want to say it. And then they're going to win, and Travis Kelce's going to be like, "Wait, you guys all doubted us, whatever, blah, 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 blah." He's going to go home to his fiancée, Taylor, and they're going to make an album.
Oh, God, if it's anything like the most recent album, it's going to be really graphic.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't dive into that. And then, listen, I want to talk about something. I want to bring this up to you. There's a few things I want to discuss with you, just to kind of draw your attention to it. Did I write it down? Because I don't have it. Oh, no. Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry. I want to talk about a team that's 4-2 and the only team to score 21 points in every game this season thus far.
Okay.
What team am I talking about?
4-2 and the only
4-2, and they're the only team to score over 21 points or more in every single game so far.
AFC or NFC?
NFC.
I want to say the Chargers, but I feel like they had a lower game than 20.
The Chargers are in the AFC. I said NFC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you said AFC.
You know what? No, NFC.
Okay.
National.
Okay. I don't know.
The Bears.
Okay.
The Bears are 4-2, and they are the only team to score 21 points or more in every single game. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves because the Bears also started 4-2 last season. But
yes,
I think Ben Johnson is starting to figure out DeAndre Swift because he's had back-to-back games with over 100 yards. This last game he had 124 and 1 touchdown. Last week he had 175 yards and a touchdown. He's starting to figure out DeAndre Swift. Caleb Williams is not really flashy yet, but he's just lucky that Spencer Rattler was really bad.
Yeah.
He was really bad this week. And usually I've kind of said like he's not playing too bad. He played really bad this week.
Yeah.
Really bad this week.
Spencer Rattler should not be in the league, at least as a starting quarterback.
No.
Maybe a QB2.
I want to be crazy and believe in him, but I just can't.
He's not
I'm
ready.
like, you know what? Maybe it's there, and then I watch this game. I'm like, no, it's not there.
No,
It's
but
not there.
Caleb Williams, for him not being as flashy as he was last year, I will take back some of my statements about him because he's producing. He looks way better this year. And yeah, Ben Johnson was a huge addition.
They record him on the sidelines of games, and it makes me like kind of laugh a little bit because he's stone cold from the start to the finish of the game.
Really?
And like they had 3 interceptions. One of them went back for a touchdown, and like the whole sideline's celebrating. He doesn't move.
Really?
Doesn't move. Doesn't react at all because he's just like, I just want to win. And
yeah.
I think he is a good coach. And like I think he's starting to figure out this offense. Like I said, DeAndre Swift looking pretty good. And like
they
Caleb
seem like
Williams
a pretty competent team.
Has been awesome. Roma Dunze has been pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
He's been pretty solid.
I don't think that they're necessarily like something to worry about playoff picture wise, but they're definitely a team.
No, I think the North is just way too competitive because they're 4-2. The Lions are 5-2. The Packers are 4-1-1, and the Vikings are 4-3. I just rattled that off in my head. So if I'm right, that's awesome.
Let's take a look.
But
here.
The AFC North is really competitive right now. Yeah, confirm that for me that I'm correct.
Okay, that's AFC, NFC. Let's see. Packers 4-1, Lions 5-2, Bears 4-2, Vikings 3-3.
3-3. Okay, I was wrong, but 3-3. But yeah, I mean, this is a competitive. They might not finish last. I mean, if it's that competitive.
Oh, I don't think that.
I don't know. The Vikings just got to figure out the quarterback situation. I don't think J.J. McCarthy makes this better, but Carson Wentz also kind of has to get it together.
We need to see how the Packers do. I
think
think they're going to
just
fall.
Like a beatable team, and like
The Lions, I think, are going to be that top team.
Yeah, I still think so because they've been looking pretty good recently. Like we know, like they had that week 1 scare.
Yeah,
and then refs versus Lions against the Chiefs game.
Yep.
But I think I mean the AFC or the NFC North is going to be a fun one to watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that is how one previous coordinator for the Lions is doing, and Ben Johnson. I want to talk about another one, and that's Aaron Glenn.
Okay.
Of the New York Jets.
Okay.
So games with 3+ touchdowns this season. Jonathan Taylor has 3. 3 games with 3+ touchdowns. The New York Jets have 2. This is a really bad team. They benched Justin Fields at the first half, and Tyrod Taylor didn't make anything better.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson is out. Breece Hall really still isn't getting involved. And a previously really good defense for the Jets has just been awful. And I started looking into this because I'm like, how, like, it was like Aaron Glenn was defensive coordinator for the Lions for the past how many years? Like, how is their defense so bad?
Right.
And I look into this, and I'm going to share these stats with you. I don't even know how Aaron Glenn got this job because I don't even know if he was a good defensive coordinator. I'm going to read these off to you. So he was the Lions defensive coordinator from 2021 to 2024.
Okay.
Starting with points allowed per game and their rankings. The Lions in 2021 were ranked 31st. 2022, they were 25th. 2023, they were 23rd. In 2024, they were 8th.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah, so kind of a big jump for 2024, but continuing. Total yards allowed per game in their rank. 2021, they were 31st. 2022, they were 32nd. 2023, they were 19th. 2024, they were 20th.
Okay.
And passing yards allowed per game, they were 30th, 20th, 14th, and 17th. And sacks, 23rd, 22nd, 14th, 23rd. So overall, they didn't really have a good defense in his tenure there. Now, granted, I'll give it to him. They were really injured at the end of last season.
That's true.
Regardless, leading up to that. And I don't know if they just gave him the job because Aaron Glenn also used to play for the Jets when he was in the league.
that plays a role.
But yeah, I don't know. And he just looks ridiculous because he wears capris and he's 0-7. They interviewed.
Never trust a coach with.
They interviewed the owner of the Jets this morning, and they were talking about expectations. And I mean, he just like fucking took a huge shot at Justin Fields. He was like, "Well, it'd be nice if like we'd had a quarterback that could complete a pass or throw a touchdown or something like that." And I was like, "Wow, dude!"
For the owner to say that about you, that hurts.
Yeah, that is bad. So,
but
Justin,
is he wrong?
He's not. Justin Fields was 4-2 as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yes, but Jets are just historically not.
Like the Jets are just, and like the more
crash and burn
time that goes by, the more realistic it gets that this is 0-17. And if it's 0-17, you fire Aaron Glenn for 1 year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
you're
they
right.
really shouldn't be this bad. Like they. Like last year, like Robert Saleh when he was there was like investing in the O-line. So like, is it great? No, but it's way better than what it used to be, especially when Aaron Rodgers was there.
Oh yeah,
Garrett Wilson has potential to be a really good receiver in the NFL if he just gets the ball. Breece Hall, I'm a huge believer in Breece Hall.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not
they
involved.
Just don't get him involved. And then like the defense has like Sauce Gardner and all these other pieces that. I mean, like they were at one point in recent history like a Super Bowl caliber defense.
Oh yeah.
Just with no offense, but now they're just like they're so
nothing.
bad.
They're
so
bad. Hey, speaking of head coaches and firing, any Mike McDaniel news after this loss?
31-6. So something's going to happen in Miami because they interviewed post game, and like Tua's been saying a lot of shit, and I don't know. Mike McDaniel's was like, "Yeah, we got to eliminate people that cause problems in the locker rooms," and I don't know if that directly is leaning towards Tua, but it's sounding like this week. It hasn't become official yet, but it sounds like they're going to bench Tua.
No way.
For either Zach Wilson or Quentin Ewers. One of the two.
That's not your problem.
It's not the whole. It's part of the problem.
Yes, but it's not.
It's part of the problem. So I don't know. I mean, he's clearly like. I'm shocked. It's October 21st. He hasn't gotten fired yet.
Right.
But we predicted week 8, so maybe we'll wait till after week 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, 31-6 in the October reign of Cleveland, and 2 through 3 interceptions. Now he got benched for Quentin Ewers, so I don't know if they'll give it to the rookie to start. They also have Zach Wilson.
I was gonna say I would prefer Zach Wilson.
Who?
Yes.
Zach Wilson? We'll never know if he's going to be a good quarterback.
Never
or not,
know,
because he also played for the Jets.
Never know.
With Sam Darnold, so he could be really good. We don't know, but 1-6 for the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel somehow still has his job on the 21st of October, and it sounds like they're going to bench Tua. And I mean, if they lose and fire McDaniel, there's a few teams that I am predicting a fire sale of players.
Yeah,
because let's just look at the Dolphins for example. Like if they end up being a fluke, Mike McDaniel gets fired, you got to get rid of some players. There's some talk that Jalen Waddle could be on a trading block.
Really?
Also talk for that Pittsburgh could pick him up.
I feel like there's always talk that Pittsburgh.
We do this every fucking year. We're back on the saddle of a wide receiver. Now we did get DK, so that's cool. But Omar Khan, the GM, has not given me a reason to not believe in him to make moves. Mm-hmm. I will say, but that's just hearsay right now that Jalen Waddle could be on the trading block. Mika Fitzpatrick could also be back on the trading block for the Dolphins if they crash and burn. And there's a few players like the Saints. Chris Olave in talks of getting traded. Alvin Kamara, while he still has time left, could get traded. There's a few players you're gonna have to watch out for. Maybe Gary Wilson, maybe if the Jets, get really bad if they start trading players.
That's a desperation call if they get rid of him.
Because I know Garrett Wilson was really frustrated at the end of last season.
Oh yeah, and again, rightfully so.
Yes, rightfully so. So they didn't get rid of him yet, or he didn't give up on them yet, I guess I should say. I think it sounds more like it's a him thing than the Jets thing.
Right.
But I don't know. But they brought in Justin Fields, his old college quarterback, to kind of keep him to stay. It's not looking very good right now. He's been out for a little bit, so we'll see. One thing I can totally see happening because it's just right up the Pittsburgh alley. Tyler Lockett got cut from the Titans this weekend.
Yes, he did.
I could totally see sign him for a little bit to pair him back up with DK.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying I foresee it. You remember Robert Woods getting really hyped up this offseason for the Steelers, and he didn't even make the 53-man roster?
Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah, this old guy. But I don't know. The Titans are also really bad, so I don't know if you get rid of players there. One fun little blind resume I want to give you. Okay. I'm going to give you two quarterbacks. I want you to pick one.
Okay.
So quarterback A, 1,266 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost.
Okay.
Quarterback B, 1,101 yards, passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 4 fumbles lost. What quarterback do you want?
Well, I prefer one.
Okay, first quarterback. So that first quarterback is Will Levis through his first 6 games.
Okay.
Quarterback B is Cam Ward through his first 6 games.
Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Huh.
The Titans are really bad. Yeah, you search. I'm going to complain about that. Mike Vrabel got fired in 2023 from the Titans, which is crazy because everyone knows he's a good coach.
Yep.
Mike Vrabel picks up 5 wins for the Patriots this year, which is more than the Titans have collected since firing Mike Vrabel in 2023. I mean, we knew Mike Vrabel was a good coach, and they just kind of gave up on him. Like Mike Vrabel took Ryan Tannehill to the number 1 seed in the AFC.
He did
in an AFC Championship game. Got rid of AJ Brown, you got rid of Derrick Henry, and then they just got rid of Mike Vrabel.
Question.
All right.
Where is Will Levis at?
I'm pretty sure he's still.
He's still with the Titans, right?
Yeah, I think he's the backup.
Okay. Because I also see that he's getting surgery. He got surgery.
He might just be. I mean, I don't know.
Huh.
We did snipe Mason Rudolph from them.
That's
I did see Mason Rudolph could be on the trade block for
Really?
the Steelers of hypotheticals because the Steelers are pretty satisfied with Skylar Thompson,
Okay.
and Mason Rudolph could probably start for a few teams.
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sure that he could. Yeah.
So
I'd love to see
I haven't
him go
seen
out and start,
I haven't
in
seen
honesty.
too much of that. I really like Mason Rudolph. I mean, he's been pretty professional in his time. Like I know he hasn't been like the best, but
I like.
has a really cool looking mustache. Looks debatably maybe better with a goatee. But yeah, I haven't seen too much into that. Just kind of again like word on the street, because he could start for a few of these teams in the NFL right now, and
We just have to
Good
see.
pick. yeah, you just got to see.
Yeah,
We'll just have to
yes.
wait and see. So I mean, but A-Rod is still slinging. So
Yeah. Yeah. You think he
Rocking
stays
with
for another year after this?
Mason.
No, A-Rod.
Oh, well, that's another really good point because, again, I told you after the Ireland game,
Yes.
he made one comment about it. If Aaron Rodgers is like having fun playing football still, and like if he continues to play at the trajectory that he is, and they end up going pretty far, I could absolutely see that.
Yeah, I don't
Because
see why
he's got a young O-line around him who I imagine would all still be there. They will all still be
Yeah.
there because they're still on their rookie contracts. So unless they traded somebody, like they're all going to stay together. They have gotten the offensive line has gotten better throughout. If they go out and get another receiver to make them like really good contenders on offense, and if he's having fun and he's playing well, I don't know, he might. Because I
Might as
feel like
well.
the Jets kind of like lost the spark a little bit. Like I think he absolutely hated football in New York.
Yes.
And it looks like he's starting
It
to have
seems
fun.
like it's back.
it looks like he's starting to have fun, which just gives more time for Will Howard.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for rocking with Will. I'm not. I brought it up recently. I'm not too sold on this quarterback class, but they were really hyped this offseason, and they haven't overall looked pretty good.
Right.
So I mean, if Aaron Rodgers wants to play one more year, right now I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no.
It's your best option you got right now. I mean,
And he's the best quarterback we've had since Ben.
Yeah.
I've said this I don't even know how many times. And like all these stats I'm telling you, we haven't seen since Ben.
yeah.
And he's doing stuff like again, yeah, if he's having fun, I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
I really not.
No, might as well. Yeah, let him have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With that, do you have any more?
I was just getting ready to say I'm all kind of set. Those are all the ones I want to talk about for week 7 if you want to start diving into some week 8 stuff.
Top into week 8. I'm going to start with the Eagles.
Giants revenge game.
Giants revenge
in
game.
Philly this time.
Yeah, so hopefully that helps. Hopefully with what we saw against the Vikings, there is some sort of adjustments going on game plan wise. If we lose to the Giants twice in the same year, that's gonna hurt.
I
That's gonna
mean,
look
the
really
Giants
bad.
just gave up a historic loss.
Yes, they did. Yes,
They
did.
allowed 33 points in the fourth quarter to lose to the Broncos. They were up
Astonishing.
19-0.
Shout out
at
to
the
Bo
fourth
Nix,
quarter.
though. I mean,
Yeah,
oh
Bo
my
Nix, and
God.
even like Jackson Dart makes one rookie mistake where they pass the ball instead of chewing out the clock, but that's more on Brian Dable than it is.
Yeah, that's.
Jackson
I mean,
Dart, dude.
he has only so much, and I'm sure the playbook has probably shrunk as far as Jackson Dart being the start. So
Yeah, I mean, Jackson Dart honestly didn't look too bad. But it just had that one crucial mistake, and like the Giants weren't looking like they were playing the ice the game. They were just, and then like it's the fourth quarter, and then the Broncos go up. The Giants then drive down the field and score again.
yeah,
But then the Broncos with I think it was like a minute 40 left.
surprisingly
Getting
good
the
game.
field goal range. It honestly was hilarious. So part of the reason that they got down to the field is that there was a pass interference call on the defense that put the Chargers at like the 2, and then Sean Payton storms the field to scream at the referee's face to
Yeah.
get a flag. Which like if you're
That's
watching
a
it, you're like,
classic Sean Payton, though.
yes, and then you watch that and you're like, oh, that's so stupid because you're just going to give him more yardage. But really, that just gave him an extra yard on the goal line.
Really?
So totally worth it, in my
yeah.
opinion, to just get in the ref's face and scream at him. But
Absolutely.
then, it didn't even matter because, Bo Nix just marched down the field
Crazy,
and got him in the field goal range.
crazy.
And it was insane. But, yes, you now host the Giants, so
Well,
you're in Philly, so that should be good.
Like I've said with the Giants, with this new Jackson Dart team, they're a little slow when it comes to teams that are on the same caliber or a little less than them. So I don't think that even like what we saw with the Broncos is something that we can really compare to the Philly game that's coming up. We seemed super prepared beforehand, and we were not. So
does it make you feel better that the Eagles are undefeated wearing the Kelly Green jerseys?
Well, I guess it kind of puts me in a similar situation to you and your TJ Watt jersey, because that's an awesome stat, but now we run that risk of losing.
I mean, the Bengals were undefeated in their white jerseys, and they still are undefeated. So maybe maybe I just got to get like a real game worn jersey. Maybe that's the problem.
That's what it is. Yeah, I'm hoping that now that we've played them once, we can adjust.
Because even then, that was kind of coming off of like a short week the first time, and I hate using that excuse because everyone comes off a short week. But those Thursday night games are so hard because it just depends on how you can turn around so quickly.
It is, yeah. You've got 3 to 4 days to really recover and have that time.
That's not
just
enough
to jump
time
right
for
back
Mike
into
Tomlin.
It. So
yeah. Ever.
Now I will say Nick Sirianni does still have his hair.
Which I was shocked about.
Yeah,
but they
so I'm a little nervous about
squeak out a
that.
win. So I don't know.
Nervous.
Maybe it could have been a comfortable win against Minnesota if he shaved his head.
I'm sure that it would have.
Maybe Carson Wentz throws 2 more picks.
Yeah,
with the Nick Sirianni shaved head.
So, but we'll just have to see. Hoping for the best, obviously, and then Green Bay Packers against the Steelers.
Green Bay Packers against the Steelers. Nothing too much more I want to hit on other than we have all the advantages on our side. I mean, we're coming off of a short week. This is a very beatable Packers team.
Mm-hmm.
It's at home. Sunday night. Rodgers sure shit ain't going to try and lose to the Packers.
No.
He's been playing. Offense has been playing good. It's just going to come down to the defense.
Have to see.
I mean, that's honest to God, it's going to come down to it. I don't know. Like, I mean, you need everyone to step up, coaches included.
Yeah,
because
that's going to be your hardest.
If Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs torch the defense, I might cry on Sunday night.
Well, Jordan Love, I just really haven't seen much from him after the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything too crazy about him yet. But I think the first few weeks, like I said, they looked so good with a very which it's still a very impressive that they beat the Lions. So.
Oh yeah,
and I don't know. Again, this is a Steelers team that can do whatever. Like we just lost to the Bengals, but then just a few weeks ago we beat the Patriots. So I don't know.
It's a bipolar
this
year.
Is the life it's just every year, Ben. This is every single year. This is every single year. We're gonna beat the teams that we probably shouldn't and beat them really badly.
Mm-hmm.
We beat up on the Patriots, 4 turnovers.
Oh yeah,
been really bad, and then you just got absolutely bent over and smacked by Joe Flacco. I just don't know. But again, very very winnable game, very beatable team. I have full faith in Aaron Rodgers right now, which is shocking because again it's 2025 and he's 41 years old.
But he's making it work.
He's making it work. He had one bad game, and even then, we still won.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, he's not gonna want to lose to the Packers. I know that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna. I need to see stuff from my boy TJ. It's really what it comes down to. I need to see him playing like the guy we just paid for.
Yep. Defense needs
which
to really
he was for a while, but just didn't Thursday. So I'm gonna need him to step up real big.
Yep.
And if we lose in those jerseys, then they'll forever be tarnished. Just adding the fuel to the flame. So I don't know. And then if I'm just going to continue on for a little bit, because then if we lose this game, we're in a heap of trouble because I'm going to read you the next just few games on our schedule right now, which now look terrifying. So we have the Packers.
Yep.
Week 8. Week 9, we host the Colts, which
it's a scary game.
I'll be in Pittsburgh for that.
Oh,
so
will you?
I will.
Nice.
I'll be there. I'll be boots down on the floor watching that game.
We go there with a microphone and reporters.
Oh, dude, that'd be bad ass. Maybe they'll get me on the field. Yeah. But anyway, I'll just rattle off the next few. Green Bay hosting the Colts. We go to the Chargers, host the Bengals, and then we go to Chicago, and then we go to Buffalo. Really, it just gets really hard.
Yeah, those are all going to be.
And it's going to depend on a lot of things. I mean, the Colts team, they are legit. I was thinking that the Chargers were going to kind of give them a run. It was going to be a really close game, but it just really wasn't.
Yep.
I mean, the Colts really ran away with this. So maybe, depending on what the injury status looks like for the Chargers, maybe we do good there and benefit from that.
Chargers
That's another
is gonna
Sunday
be
night game. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Hmm.
We host Cincinnati. If we get swept by the Bengals. No, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna. No, I won't. Oh, I won't do anything. I'll just
smart,
watch.
Smart.
Yeah, so I'll stay
Still
for
be
next week.
monetized.
And then, yeah, like the Bears in Chicago. I don't know. the Buffalo Bills at the end of November. That's kind of when they turn their shit around.
Yeah, like we said, it all depends on what
Josh Allen plays really
shows
good
up.
in the winter. So
Yep.
pray to God doesn't snow. I feel like November 30th is a little too early for snow, but
God works
gonna be close.
in very, very funny ways.
and then we play Baltimore twice still, and then we play Detroit, and
those are going to be some tough games.
Like it is, it's going to be.
That's
it,
scary.
It could fall apart really quickly, but I don't believe it will. So.
Yep, that's the mindset you have to have.
Exactly, and I think the Baltimore team is just really beat up on defense, and I still don't know what the status of Lamar Jackson's going to be. I don't even know if he's going to play this week. So. And who do they play this week? They play the Bears.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they don't have Lamar Jackson, they're in trouble. Even if they do have him back, they still might be in trouble.
They're still
They still might be in trouble.
The O-line's just not there. The defense isn't there. Baltimore's falling apart.
Baltimore's really they're beat up on defense. I did see a fun report that Jim Harbaugh got rid of all the video game consoles and TVs in their locker rooms so that they can focus on playing football and have no
Why do
distraction.
they have video game
I don't
consoles?
know, but I guess they had a bunch of like video game consoles and like TVs and stuff in the locker room.
Crazy.
And the coaches pulled them out so that they can start winning football games.
Yeah.
Which,
Makes
a couple
sense.
other Week 8 games that could be fun. Joe Flacco revenge game against the Jets. He wasn't there very long, but he was there.
I wouldn't even call that a revenge game.
I wouldn't either. You got the Bills playing a Panthers that will have Andy Dalton. Bryce Young's not playing.
Oh, yeah.
He hurt himself last week, so
That could be a good game. I've always liked Andy Dalton.
this is Buffalo coming off of a bye, and I don't know. You just got to they came off of a 2-game losing streak, but the Panthers are hot right now. So
yes,
I don't
they are.
know.
Yes, they are. Meow
Could be really
did,
interesting.
Did a real courtesy to that team
Yes, it
by
did.
crucifying themselves.
Yes, it did.
Buccaneers Saints. That's going to be an awesome game if you're a Bucs fan.
That one, the Bucks might score 60 points.
That's going to be. Thank God. I have bigger.
Any interesting? The Patriots. I want to beat up the Browns so bad. Yeah, you got the Eagles and Giants at 1:00. That's an
nothing
okay
else
1:00
here.
game.
Yeah, nothing
That's got to
else
be the
here
best
that's
1:00
really crazy.
game. Titans, Colts, boring. Cowboys, Broncos could be interesting.
That one might not be bad. Yeah.
Only one Monday night game. Thank Christ.
Commanders
And that's
Chiefs.
that's the Marcus Mariota Chiefs. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I
really?
don't-
Wait,
I,
what?
I think Jaden Daniels is going to be out again. He went out
Oh,
in the Cowboys game.
I'm sorry. You said Marcus Mariota Chiefs. So I was like, oh my God, what happened to
Commanders.
Mahomes?
I'm sorry.
No, that makes
I'm
okay.
sorry.
That makes more sense. Daniels
Commanders,
is out again.
He went down with an injury, and
Yeah, that MVP call that I made is not going to come true.
which really is just to the fault of him just getting hit. Like he's not because when he plays, he doesn't play bad.
No,
He's
he
just getting
doesn't.
hurt.
He
He's
doesn't.
getting hurt. So I don't know how long he's going to be out. Mike Evans is probably out forever.
Yeah.
That
Man,
was-
I screwed myself too. Calvin texted me last night and he was like, "Is there anything that you want for Evans?" And I wasn't going to play him this week, and I fully expected him to get hurt. And Calvin just doesn't really have anybody on his team that I wanted, so I was like, "No, I'm good."
Right.
And I totally should have, because now he's going to the waiver
It was
wire.
just it was so sad because he was out for a little bit with a hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back and breaks his collarbone. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh,
Yeah.
brother. So he's the
I-
streak
that's
of
why
1,000 yards is coming to an end.
Yes.
And
I'm happy
Mike
that I
Evans' career
didn't
is-
start him this week, which I was worried
Also
about.
coming to an
But
end.
man, he got hurt in a completely different way than I thought he would. So
I mean, yeah, it's just you recover from one injury and then because at first I thought he messed up his hamstring again.
That's
And
exactly-
then
yeah, I didn't even
it
see
later
that it
came
was
back.
collarbone until
he
this morning.
landed weird, so he was out for a concussion. Was why he rolled out for the rest of the game. So he got a concussion, but then on top of that concussion, he broke his collarbone.
damn.
And
Damn.
So the 1,000-yard streak, rest in peace to the GOAT,
Yup.
comes out. Yeah, done this week. Probably not looking good for the rest of his career, but
Yeah, I mean he's
Super
getting
Bowl
up there.
champ.
Yeah,
He's fine.
he had a great
Yeah,
career.
Shout out to Tom Brady. Other things just in fantasy I do kind of want to bring up because I just thought it was funny. And I did go back and look at this just to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
In the history of our fantasy league,
Okay.
when the Steelers play on Thursday, I lose.
Really?
Yes, I posted that graphic just for funsies. I call because my team name is the Buttery Trubiscuits. I named it after Mitch Trubisky was the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because silly me, I believed in him. And then I won. My name's on the trophy, so the name has to stick. So I'm now forever the Buttery Trubiscuits. But yeah, I called it the Trubisky Trap Game. And every time the Steelers play on Thursday, I lose in fantasy.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? The year I went 12-5, I lost the week that they played. I think that was the Patriots.
Yep.
And then
I
thought that was very funny. But I don't know. I'm still sitting in sixth, so we're okay.
I got moved down to second.
We're under 500. We're 3-4 right now. So
you'll get up there. We'll get up there.
We'll get up there.
I didn't make a Victory Tuesday video today because I really did not think I was going to win.
Who did you beat again? You bet
Justin.
Oh, he's 5-2. He was 5-0 for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Lost the last two. Uh-oh. Oh, you are bumped down to 2.
Yeah, Tom's got a couple points on me now. And then I think I might lose this week. I am riddled with bye weeks and injuries. So
I should beat Calvin pretty bad.
I said that too.
Oh my God, no, he can't clip that if I'm wrong.
Oh, he's totally going to.
Post that. But I mean, like, I got the stack of Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, man. Like, I shouldn't lose anymore.
Yeah, well, I had Puka and Amon-Ra, and Puka died.
Puka died. So as long as Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase don't die.
Just have to see.
And as long as I just don't bench Jamar Chase again. Silly me. I benched Jamar Chase.
You're loyal to
I am. Steelers come first in his fantasy. I benched Jamar Chase and started the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, which was, you can edit the clown makeup on my face for this part of the video. I know. I'm well aware. Look, here's your thumbnail.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you got anything else that you want to hit up on? We are definitely over time.
Week 8, dude. We're getting there. Stay tuned next week. We're going to debut our top 10 teams almost halfway through the season.
Oh man, this year has gone by so
this
quick.
Podcast makes it really fly by.
It really does.
I really enjoy this.
I know, and we're really we don't even have that many episodes out yet, but it feels like
I know, I really don't. So it's just gonna be fun. I mean, they get easier as we go along. We'll continue.
Yep.
But Steelers got to stay hot because, like I said, this next slate of games is gonna be tough, and if it goes badly, I will. I won't actually do it.
Good. Yeah, I like that you added
I'll say
in Minecraft.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'll jump off without my Electron.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, with that's going to do it for this week's episode. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I'm getting... Oh, and Twitter. Getting better at remembering what all we're on. So
TikTok's doing pretty good.
TikTok is doing really good. Almost at 100.
We're almost at 100 followers. We just crossed 1,000 likes. So
man, I can't wait to get our golden play button.
It's gonna go right there on the wall. I need to get stuff for this. Like, this is boring. This is how boring.
I know. I had to frame my jerseys and everything.
Yeah, that looks really good. I'm also really close to the wall,
I
don't know how much. I have to. What can I?
We need to get a really big banner or something so I can put it across this door. Oh, that's cool.
It's Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
All right, and that's gonna do it for this episode. So everybody, do you have something else?
Sticker. Yeah. Look at that.
Perfect. You can kind of tell that it's our logo. All right. Stay loud. Stay proud. We'll see you on game day.